used to be, before we entered into opposite world with Trump at the helm, sort of, it used to be that when the DOJ or the government, whoever represented the government, whoever was president at the time, that we used to get an enormous amount of deference, an enormous amount of, yeah, well, we'll go with you because, you're reliable. No longer. And the judges are finding that out real quick and sounding the alarm across the board about how we can't rely on you to be telling us the truth anymore. Kind of a sad state of affairs, to be honest. Trump's DOJ admits it submitted false information to the court. This is from Alternet. It's a story by Aliyah Zera. So during a federal appeals court review of its earlier decision permitting President Donald Trump's deployment of Oregon National Guard troops to Portland, the Justice Department, DOJ, admitted that it misrepresented key facts in its legal findings. Earlier, the DOJ had told the court that it was undisputed that nearly a quarter of Federal Protective Services, FPS, had to be diverted to Portland. Now they say it was just about 13.1%. Defendants' declarations explain in detail why the surge of FPS personnel in response to violence and unrest is unsustainable. But defendants take with the utmost seriousness their obligation to provide the court with accurate and up-to-date information, and we deeply regret these errors, the DOJ told the court, according to court documents released on Monday. In a 2-1 decision, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals had previously ruled in favor of the administration, allowing the federalization of 200 Oregon National Guard members to protect federal property in Portland. The court's majority cited claims that nearly a quarter of FPS officers had to be redeployed to Portland, suggesting a significant strain on federal resources. However, upon further investigation, when the court paused deployment, the DOJ acknowledged that only 20 to 31 FPS officers were ever deployed to Portland at any given time, far fewer than the 115 they initially claimed. The department expressed deep regret over the misrepresentation, labeling it a material factual error. Admission prompted the full Ninth Circuit to pause its earlier ruling, reinstating a lower court's temporary restraining order that blocks the deployment of National Guard troops to Portland. This reversal has significant implications for the Trump administration's authority to deploy federal troops in Portland. While the administration contends that this deployment is necessary to protect federal assets and personnel, critics argue that the misrepresentation undermines the whole legal basis for such actions. The deployment comes amid tensions between federal and state authorities over the use of military force in civilian settings. That's a good one. They lied, because that's what they fucking do, is they lie. We all watched Kristi Noem on the top of the fucking ice, on top of the ICE detention center in Portland. And she's looking around with her full camera crew, her full propaganda crew, ready to do propaganda film. And I saw them look over, and all they saw was Kevin down there in his chicken suit. You people are a fucking joke. This bitch, you, Pam Bondi, you're going to prison, bitch. I'm getting so sick of this obvious misrepresentations, lies. They fucking lie. Like they're trying to railroad Abrego Garcia. After they admitted that they mistakenly sent him to CCOT, and then said, we have no control over it, and then Bukele came behind their back and told ICC, Trump has had control of these inmates the whole time. I'm just housing him here. He has full control. He can bring them back at any time. You thought that was your friend, huh, Trump? Dictators like you, they don't have friends. Thanks for watching my videos, guys.